former president, Reverend Samson Amwakwajaman, Assemblies of God. My question is, meaning Ghana, political parties almost started. Now, I'm person may use project be about His Excellency AUC, National Health Insurance in Timidinasu. A president, a initiative, former President Kufuor here, but all the parties are buying or munina to us. You government projects be bria. Ye start here, na kangurum. We buy and fan home. Ye bet me in your policy be Ebebuama project a papa a school for your school classroom maybe sing baby. Can we get a policy? I bet me a Ghana and a policy for the nation. I a project via Obia ba obet me at waso.
Being about abandoned projects and import duties. Abandoned projects, we share constitution more we share directive principles of state policy. Almost say it is the duty of every government to continue the projects of the preceding government. It's a embrano home, but you find new juma, and that's where the problem is. And to me, my dream, I made a buy and I say, "Yaba, send ye sikasem as say esiafano. We'll have very limited room." Say Yadibesha here any new projects. And Sikaka Kray Wohono will use it to continue the ongoing projects, any abandoned projects. And Nyaya Sha say Omutre Ejayano, any Omodianso Air Coso, meaning Agenda 111 near Nyoma Air Coso. We won't abandon them. Sikaka Kray Wono will put it into that near Tuaso. And so we won't be in a hurry to start new projects. In Tiansha, any new projects are nature say Sikana Yadiviesa projects, he sent a Bayan Faso, Ama Ghana for.
Pastor Kingsley Aduamankwa.
Okay, so this is the site of the National Cathedral of Ghana. It is the vision of the president, and he really was the first, his first Independence Day speech after becoming the president. So that was on the 6th of March, 2017. That was also the 60th anniversary of our independence. And at his first Independence Day speech, he said on the way to address the nation, he had stopped to make a very, very important act, and that was to cut the sword for the commencement of work on a national cathedral, which will be an interdenominational space that brings the nation to worship, and that it was being done as a collective gesture of thanksgiving to God for his blessings on our nation. And that as a nation, we've enjoyed the blessings of God. And so what he wanted the cathedral to do was to really serve as our nation's collective thanksgiving. In addition, he saw it as a missing link in our nation's architecture. That is a place where the nation comes together in solemn occasions like state funerals, national thanksgiving services, and other things. But he also wanted, as a Christian, that this should also be a symbol of the Christian presence in this country, and that he wanted it to be a platform for building national unity. And so he put together a board of directors, trustees made up of only church leaders, to really be able to mobilize the church around this project. What we have done with the project was also to integrate elements that allows us to move just beyond the infrastructure for the nation. That we also wanted this to be an infrastructure that tells the Christian story in our country. And so we want to integrate a Bible museum, which will be the history, the narrative, and the impact of the Bible, in order to really give our people, who are now 70% Christians, really an introduction, a foundation for their faith. That is a concrete faith. And so the Bible Museum will allow them to understand the faith. But in addition, we also wanted the Bible Museum to focus on the role of Africans in the Bible and the role of the Bible in Africa. That in the Bible, Africans has played significant roles that are not documented or not well known. But in addition, the introduction of the Bible in Africa has seen tremendous things in Africa, both in terms of the church landscape and other things. And we wanted that to be a celebration of that moment. In addition, we're celebrating the fact that for the first time in history, there are more Christians in Africa than in where Christianity came from. And so this was the moment where we in Africa would celebrate the fact that from a period where people believed Christianity can never take roots, Christianity has taken roots. But we're doing this not in the context of almost a triumphalist sense that, look what we have been able to do, but really to be able to say, look what God has been able to do with a people that people thought could not understand the Christian faith. But for us as a nation, the National Cathedral, beyond all this, really was an opportunity to say that we're going to put God first in our national life. That this was going to be almost like an infrastructural representation of our desire to have God at the heart center of this nation. Our national anthem is a prayer.
You are pushing for mature baby or basso. On se casano, I tin so Nyansa bia enim. Mechiamo wa wabaso a wohwe mo YouTube no obetumi like video no wa wohwe mo Facebook nso so obetumi like ye nka bio opa no aye opa no wajai wa unse papa ya o kasafa na National Cathedral hoin wada ne kwasi ambanyi o project na eda na chi hono no wada ne kwasi a aya ne empese ebe use such words but wada ne kwasea adwene nya dwuma adwene nya dwuma so ho omofa plane etukwan kwa amanfo kroso asofo na omoko ta ekufu adu achi se yensi cathedral no omofa plane ekwa amanfo kroso na obuso omo se omudu amanfo ekuro na omokokoso no a cathedral na ama young boys adwuma omo ye there be cathedral no ho expenditure ye no any adwuma wo background honum no hu se enkofu bi edioman ne bone also abegina ho wa kan tintin mekasa mebo amana kosi awe ya ubonsi ni nyina ye nkwasesem nko a ye hu ade bi a okan ye ena wakogina ho na oye video no so enye se something important, something significant koso cathedral ne ho there be bibia no a koso ho unia last time me de chemo me say broni na odi asori ne bre wo no de bre wo so de be control nyame bia no otesuro mo ho no onyankopon bia no otesuro de otesuro ho nipa na de space station akọ sense ro ho because what the plane mu a oto ani hwe soro a gate bia no a yibie mu de ko heaven nipa nya aduane ni nipa nya baabi na ya sinki a whopping over $50 million e akoshe baby abras esika no ye de koshe seglemu mu a anke ekoyenim hwɛ video na ɛda hɔ no ne yɛnhwɛ yɛde yɛ man hyɛ onyansani nsa no so de kosi asɔre dan ana yɛ odum so mu enso yɛsi asɔre dan enkoda ni textbooks yɛsi asɔre dan we ne yɛ baomia ka ho ne yɛsi asɔre dan no baomia ɔka ho ne yɛsi asɔre dan no ti
yeah. Now Greater Accra and Nya Dodona because it's the capital region. Into which most of the projects are national projects, but our Greater Accra region. Into Mesha Sene University of Ghana Medical Center. So Medical Center, and say you who say and Yaribi say cancer near the kidney transplant near a brain tumor near
Yeah.
Say a car near. This will call South Africa, and now occur Europe, and now occur India. And here, I say, medical center be on her. Sa Yareno, so you bet me as Yareno. Send a bay, for encore to those other places for medical care. Now, apart from that, also, a Bay Center for Medical Tourism. Because already, Oshe, you call the Buhampua. Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Crofo Yarea, Omoba Kolibu, wouldn't say.
Okay.
Even Kolibu in the state in which it is. And you see, when you see University of Ghana Medical Center, Senebeya says, complex Yariano heart problems near the day a bar. And Kofobefi, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, hey, no Mabesa. And so that was the purpose behind it. And we built it, we sent people for training to come and manage it and all that. But you know, this government was reluctant to operationalize it. And so COVID they've operationalized sections of it, but Juma at full capacity, and there was a Rich Hospital, now it's operational, people are benefiting from it and everything. International Maritime Hospital, and they Gapoha for in the sea. And we came out with a policy saying, I'm buying to me sea hospital, 90 Cocoa Board, Gapoha, Bank of Ghana, GMPC, yes, you'll be on someone. Let's see hospital, which can care for your staff, but at the same time give care to the public. Into Gapoha Somu, and I'm financing International Maritime Hospital. Okay. I went and inspected it. Almost a helipad. I landed with an Air Force helicopter at International Maritime Hospital.
Wow.
I went and inspected it. Almost oxygen plant. Into almost COVID, they have oxygen because they have their plant that produces their own oxygen. And they sell oxygen to other health facilities in the Tema Accra area. Into that's that one. Shao Sudoku District Hospital. I'm the Omo winning maternal award for 0 maternal deaths and 0 infant deaths, infant mortality deaths for several years. They've been a leading hospital and assessor healthcare within that catchment area. Accident and Emergency Center, your friends in Kolebu, Gan West Municipal Hospital, a Modern Eye Center at Kolebu, Polyclinic at Sege, Botiano, Adenta, Odumai, Temaport expansion. Temaport is about 3 times bigger than the original port. Internet, what to say, new Temaport, the efficiency with which things are managed is one of the projects we did. Refurbishment of Terminal 2. Old terminal, no, you're refurbishing. And suddenly you see new terminal, no. Into refurbishment of Terminal 2, and then a new ultramodern terminal, which is Terminal 3. May I sure say you've traveled recently, until you'd have passed through there. Kwame Nkrumah Interchange. Okay, say, Kwame Nkrumah Circle. You spend about 2-3 hours in the queue. About 80 to 100,000 cars used to use that circle a day. Now, the gridlock there was very serious until we decided that we'll build an interchange there. Now, Nkrumah Circle, you just pass there in minutes. You don't even realize that there's any traffic there. Pokwasi Interchange. You had a signing agreement with African Development Bank. You had a Sikano Etoho, and Sani Ifya Baimu, and Abayin Abe to us. So it was an African Development Bank facility. In Tianka said we started it, and they came and completed it. Tama Interchange, the same thing. Obiche Bilamtis Interchange. And also phase 1, the loan agreement, I call Parliament, we approved it and everything. They said they made some changes and things, but the important thing is that we got the original facility. The same contractor, he's the same one who's building that interchange. Awoshi Pokwasi Road. So no, it connects with the Pokwasi interchange because we built the Awoshi Pokwasi Road first, and that's when I spoke to African Development Bank and said, look, we cannot get the full benefits of Awoshi Pokwasi unless we do the Pokwasi interchange, so that Ufi Hoba you can come and join the Kumasi Road or go to AE. Until now that the interchange is finished, the Awoshi Pokwasi Road has been connected to it, so it makes sense. Yes.
Yeah, the back we have a cash the nature say, yeah, I want a free buy visit Zabian or Hobian, yes, I claim.
Now you see the 10-story building. Now, so yeah, the 2-story Abeka home. And I assess design no, yeah, reduce a ye into ama afe a dina efe. Nature say una see. No, Gifford Road. A free Elwag traffic light, Echo Trade Fair. Okay, I said, Nana, quite in the city. It wasn't like that before we came into office. Yenny Gifford Road, Echo Bema Camp, with that bridge there. Then Bema Camp Road, phase 1 and 2, near Echo Captain Maxwell Mahama roundabout. And then over the Airport Hills to Flower Pot roundabout. And near a far Echo Teshi runabout now, Timifa, Echo Lake Mahono.
That's right.
Those roads. And then even the whole Trade Fair area, Echo Rasta Bush Road, there were no roads there. We came and constructed all those roads. Oshe Flower Pot runabout. You started say you see bridge over the motorway. And you see pillars, on this side. It just said we're going to build the pillars on the other side and go over. Let me tell you a bit about that road. The first proposal I buy and say, yenye under bridge, yembiesa tunnel no, only tunnel na a core boundary road.
That's right.
Now the cost of it was about 23 million Ghana cedis, if I remember. And one of the engineers said, you see, sir, tunnel here, it won't solve the traffic problem. It will still have a problem. Into the better say you basically bridge over the motorway. And I'm sure I'm calculated how much it will cost to build a bridge over the motorway. At the time, if I remember well, it was going to cost us about 63 million Ghana cedis or 60 something million Ghana cedis. And I'm sure, and they best say 23 million a year under bridge. No, you find the bridge over the motorway, it will make more sense and it will solve the traffic problem. Until we awarded the contract, we gave the contractor a little advance to start. And so Bank of Ghana and Poboa Kakra, and he started working. If we had continued, I mean, it's 5 years now. If that bridge was there, it would have solved that problem on the Spintex Road and the bridge near Adiade. But on the bridge, they decided to do it. And so they went and did under bridge. I think that they should rather have used the resources to continue the bridge over the motorway. It would have solved the problem much better.
That
was the plan.
You handling over notes.
They know, local Ministry of Roads. Wow. They know we started the bridge. Anything under bridge, anything under bridge. But on designed for under bridge, not Sonitra, there was somewhere. So they went and got Sonitra and said, do the under bridge. But I think that they should have used the resources to push the contractor to continue the bridge over the motorway. Now, I say, Namehu almost started boom. And so the contractor seems to have come back to site. But he's been off site for God knows how many a year. Asphaltic overlay. We did more than 100 and something kilometers of asphaltic overlay in Accra. The National Data Center. MCN and say, Vice President say, Omunomaya National Data Center. It's not true. We finished it before they came. We set up the National Data Center. Accra Digital Center, we built it.
Minia, asem ne da hono no. Wo nyansa at display. Ya the $23 million cedis. Ebe ye under bridge. Still ebema traffic a ukrum. Na ya the 63 million. Ebe tumia solve a huge problem. Adenti ni enjai. Ni enye no preko na ye nyina ye sika ho ntoye eno na MPP for ne tinten no ba omia tinten no na onte ase enti omo baaye no eno mo committee no mo ye 23 million no omo ye 23 million wie no problem na ansolve omo san akọ ekwa akoye sorry omo ye 27 wie no entumi ansolve nti omo akọ ekwa akoye 63 million no so nkofo yi kwasiaka unreasonable debt and they keep piling on Ghana. Also ministry journalists moving to me are walking into Ministry of Road and friends Road and Transport. So corner document na wo honum entrese sa no ye no sa Spintest Road honum no. You come and tell us say akwana sema woka no eyentro we free akonya so 8 years. Asem bienu a every mahama no aba. No ye president obetna etri say obeye former president na nyina no enkofo etimi aba etimi aka with proofs enye say obi the evidence beto hofa de dey ayu ho a na mo de atane atenidie no come with proofs. Ghana need to mean kasa by showing evidence. On the this kind of share in sem de ye ene pokuase interchange si ho awo shi pokuase link no efrinyansa ni bitrim ne baaye ye to abayi akufu ado a o se priority mu Ghana no ade ehia ye paa ne asori dan ai erade enti Ghana fo paa boni be ne ye ya ye mfumso 2016 meka ho bi ye mfumso 2016 odi yemfa granted so obi anim akufu ado amemo me say problem of Ghana now no eye nkwasiafo no a omokosa line ekoto abama akufu ado 2020 no omo ye jim wo wa ha na okoto aba de ma akufu ado 2020 a ujimi yon esen a friend say wato nchene woni mo wato nchene sa bon shika no ujimi no Bedford no sa na etie we say Bedford ni ti no e ba na ayekubu mununtu yes anwuna petu eno na anwuna for market women efo ya na omodi free keta ekodwa Africa re dia shem also bia start nyum no ka be ne communication yo ka be ne communication yo no bia jeso tayo wa okoto abade ma kufuado 2020 no osu jimi for die me hu bita and omo nene omo said na ho complain say oman ni mu nyedin won say amanfo say ena de mu yi obi pese woto abama mahama kra onto mahama ye bompa ye kra say mamonto ma no na wan to abana mahama doesn't lose anything no mahama once a president is always a president. Bebia nu a wotu kwan akwa awo no bekwa akwa ese oha no se oye yi o konso amanfo behwe no okonso a na dofo behwe no na obi beye common assemblyman kra na owi kra maame na oton mo area no otimi kodi di free obi beye common little small assembly friends say honorable mahama wodi na ono ankasa ne rice plantation awo ne papa japade a odi ja no ene ono ankasa no nyansa na ria minko kasa ni nua Ibrahim Mahama unua sika nye usika. Let's get this thing straight. Ibrahim Mahama usika sika na ye ne dia no enye Mahama dia sanso na Mahama ye president no na nye Ibrahim Mahama na ye president. Understood? And our French ne beka se comprendre. So okoto abama Mahama o wan koto ama no enti samu betena ho ena abato ya ye betui anka wo hwe de wi anyomesi kono a eye NDC fo na o metimi awini nanso so mo a mo kasa mahama no atenidie ni dɔɔso a minia have you calculated Jimmy nso wo system ni mu no Jimmy anu aduru ni de nya atenidie okono obi ye nkwase ade okono obi Jimmy a onka ncheze onya Jimmy no. So how do you censor, how do you reproach? Oya then like Oma Jimmy stop e was say uchi Jimmy anim, you have to reproach. A community here, we don't reprimand people. Community here, yan twini paso, yan kanipa anim no. Community ntimi nkoso. Enti wote wa wo say, ai na wo onim de omo kan so. Ai the way anyomasi ye ni de. Obi anim say NDC, nanso so the way amusi di ni partem, na chese wagya tum say, "Where Jimmy, but you are not ready to move away from Jimmy no." We will rebuke you. Seriously, we will rebuke you. You be rebuke mo nyina. Enti se wope na se wo di nkwase ade akoda ukọ na akoda ya ade na ade no edi nsunsuan so bone be ba abofra ne so a di na tem wo twa ne to na nkwase afo no anka wo senke ya bubo mo atu eku wo mo kade de akufu ado no mo ye no e wo senke bubo mo tu eku wo mo na wo de ye ka chen say waba obi si segremi housing e dan gu ho aferi wo ho aferi bi aferi government hospital no ye nya bi abe 30 million kro anka nipa timu eye adwuma nipa dasani e de dan na si ho mpanyimfu agimi nti ye ka mo ma ye nka ye be krokro mo ye mran ye me krokro mo sesei se mo agimi nti ye ndefe mo o masa obi ani san kwase time ni bi o obi ani agimi for time ni bi o onto mama hama twonho mese abosia emfuturo entontom ewo Ghana ebe sori ato abanama no. I am telling you, it is a force. It's a natural mystic blowing through the air. It is an unstoppable force. Force never no. It is coming with that kind of ravage, you know. The ravaging force na eba no. It is coming to sweep people. Ebe pram kwasi asem afiri ho. Enyamo nkwasi ayi untumi de ne say it is like an apartheid. It is not like an apartheid. It is it is more than what you guys can think of. Ya di Ghana sikasi obi nsa no wan kusi Cathedral. Kusi Boatin aka Kwabena Edu Jemfimo e dia afa ho e dia milky Ghana unnecessarily. Dia milky Ghana ko. Mo boyeka. Oba ye mahama eni ayi Atamels esi adan e dia gu ho dia ma Ghana nyuma ekuo passport office ye buagu judge's apartment ni yesi a na enni 5 years ye buagu na nyansani bay e na oyesa ade ewi asiafo se ye na an de mu ye no e na chese obi nim NPP ai obi ko join NPP ba bia NPP aduru no ofra hu se oye nyansani na wo ko join ya na osu Jimmy for the hu bi krada monkwasia tribalism no omo titi ba bi na omo dis kwasia tribalism ene akamfo ahemfo akamfo journalists akamfo a mote Ghana ho nyina no as if say there's nothing going on. Young guys sorry fix the country no. And more akamfo ni bi nkwasiafo kodi etire omo mugu abroche ni Ghana kodi etire with the idea no senka Alenchematin beba bedi NPP party nanim Alenchematin entimi amedi NPP party nanim no a enne no afedie omo beko Alan side ne ko omo nso omasa go back to omo NPP no eko owia no beka cho se aye de ye odoman no enu nti na ye criticize ya ban no kwasiafo ye bedi mu atem da mope aba no mo nkoto mope a ema mo nkoto he mopa munyina mo nkoto nti ya Mahama will still be crowned as the president enu na be simo enu na be komude demo se wan to aba na ama no enso no wawini enne Akufo-Addo timing ubusa obi a me de man to aba ama no wan to aba ama no ene owini ye sa story ni bia na be me de man to ama Mahama oba to be wini obeda adwen ho a wonte ase moye nkwasiafo na mdigu Ghana honom no moye nkwasiafo se Mahama pa na be ye president eno bae mi mfa nse Akufo-Addo kofo affordable housing a opragu wa one said that amfa strategic plan bi amfa nton ekwan be raise sika edi asisa affordable housing no a obetna so a all free so no and all start affordable housing. Mahama buy and within 4 years, 4 years, also segregating no. Mahama was able to negotiate with Senate, Emma Senate for edgesa or for affordable housing no. No mo ye ho adwuma na me tikentin krono. Me cost supply na me drive fa asokore mampon ayija honom no a. Na me hu de bia se adwuma na ekoso a omo to wo afa ho. Enunti na right after 2016 elections no. I think 2017 2018 no. Ye hu se Akufo-Addo Odrimika eni otumfo akwa commission sa affordable housing asokore mampo. It was because na unyansani no or the ama contract wa pekwanya obefo so a obe raise sika wa mejai aban na dwuma anto ho. Tell me even Crofro market nimpo Crofro market no unim say Mahama time no omo fine obi a na eto aso pa ente kodu baby no omo boss nyina omo bo Crofro market no so omo bo frames na ye di boss no nyina ewie ye say akase afi ye be yi omo free aban so no ene say adenisi ho Akufo-Addo buy no hu so woto aso ena anwe ne sinsi ho no eno na anwe ne sinsi ho no Sofola Interchange kofo free ho no o say a government of Ghana project ya the internally generated funds IGF ene beye na Ghana no yesika kra ye ntumi mfa moye ho bra eye den na multi-million project we onkope support in free baby mfa mameye ene de she Ghana for kon ni busamo Mahama buy no crof sa interchange no na nkoso Professor Thomas buy no na Sofola interchange na hefa na adru Sofola interchange take shape Abraham a friend say Professor Thomas buy no eno na obetena Kumasi no ka say ami se Ghana was sika no a anke ye mfa ma meye a friend say interchange no baby ani ebenya sika krade aye interchange no na aye din. That is why a small interchange like Sofola a wo since for time abisi ne me call Ghana ni nyina no interchange no e stretch akosi ebu akwa me call nyina stela no ye nwie it was because of a kwanya nipa no a or conceive idea no or the project ne fa so eno anso o maka NPP for ne ba ho eno anso o ma be ka se ye sei strategically no e kwanya be for so nya sika de aye no omo plan ne ye Akufo adu ba ye no Bureaucracy Interchange hwe kwanya e fa so ha within the shortest possible time ye di we Bureaucracy ene so follow Interchange no dey na ehu dey na eso dey na scope of work no e do so. But within just some 2-3 years, no, near Bureaucracy, it was because na Mahama ajihu sika nyina dey e ato it was not on the books, on the spine, the economic spine of a friend say, Ghana, but because of bureaucratic models, because of bureaucratic models, bureaucratic economic models, no, you can't say be a models out here. Confusion about we to say is a mix up, disorganized. Economic model and yefemu disorganized enti hwe waba obisi hospitals obetwa no wasisi hospitals na wie no o se there be say agenda 111 o start ye 88 no onyanshase o no asaba no aba be sha asebo agenda 111 gi agimi for Ghana for ya ene ebesoso Akufo Addo ne nkwase afo so eno ne ye ka monte ase no na mebusa wo tell me decision ba ko a Akufo Addo ba ya as president no what take ya nyansa wo. Number 1, unsi school dan also ye school free e jimi obi a wa jimi na okoto nkoko ba fi ansa na obebubu. And we have journalists both na ba na mo anu abetena ke kan kwase asem say it is better the people learn under trees. Masa learning under trees bi o wa e nkwase ya learning under trees and getting distracted by the passers-by, no. Old Sudan would be ase na akoko, enamo nentwi namo na e distract you. Ube wi no wesuan de have, wesuan ko konso have. When Mahama any Professor Tames baye 2009 omu make sure say shift system a way education omu ye free ho omu ye free completely omu yiyi schools under 3,000 of them if you ho. Then you get people, it's a fantastic policy. Nothing is fantastic and nothing can be fantastic if that thing is not well thought through and is not well planned. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you fail to plan, then it's just like planning to fail. What did they mention I say? Obi catch you say Ghana ye need some resources no yan kono kakra yen nyina ye nsom ne mmoa momma ye nyina nsom obiara nye na famudio Ghana benyankoso Ghana betumpon mo man hu hia Ghana man yawara uzio mo man hu hia na menka se wonfa ho mo man hu hia Ghana man yawara uzio mo man hu hia menka se wonfa ho momma ye nyina nsom yemfa kroye emwa biakore dragu tikunkwa ejino momma ye nyina nsom obiara nye na famudio Ghana benyankoso na Ghana betumpon momma ye nyina nsom obiara nya na famudio Ghana benyankoswo na Ghana betu pon. What say woman here? Into wo Ghana honum no. We haven't gotten to that level, that pedestal. We are not there yet. So now we are building the country with what? With a collective effort. Into you have to take up responsibility. When we get to that level, no, Omana be that resourceful, that, and if we so to personalize that, yet me amass that wealth, no, when we get to that takeoff point. Instead, say Kufuor be prepare fundamentals na aye great no. Hwe ewias won ye say ufiti preko pe epo osia emojaba. Enna ade a wotentene a wonuru no uhwi a wotra. Enti in our education no ye kofa akwasuampanyi bi free America ba ya ye studies enna na oche wo ho. Wabe no a demigod of like education, the Mr. Know-all of education, the repository and the depository of all educational wisdom and knowledge, you know. I have a friend Educhum, who is now yearning to become the president, the vice, the running mate of Baomiano. I say we are leapfrogging. Okay? You leapfrog, you find yourself in hot water. Then you begin to realize, you begin to appreciate the differences in water. Adia wunduru hono. O tintini uhri o betra. O pese car no e kone kumrika yiya. Make sure say the wheels ni ye. Make sure send the tires near. You cannot despise and abandon and look down on the tires and expect the car to run any kind of supersonic speed for you. The process, life is a process. Life itself is a process. And whoever decides to jump a life process is just what? Jumping to create a new problem. Uhui situation be, if you don't confront the situation and you dodge the situation, you go and meet it in double fold. O dodge the situation ni pe once wa kopie ho no no meeting in double fold and they say kwantia eyembusu no enkwantia yemusu enkwantia yemusu kodwantwe na toye enkwantia yemusu. There's no shortcut when it comes to development. It's like the process you go through to get your gari. You cannot jump any one of the steps. To me, how do you jump? To me, there's a process you need to follow. And they are jumping process, they are leapfrogging. And say, Omufisi yakoyenim. Also, I had digitalization. But new refi said digitalization, it comes with the laying of fiber optic cables. Obi be yedru baby no, oba wa beja to the scan ekosim kwase asori dan. Na unyame no a wosom ni mpo no. Se oba asase so a on kan che John Mahama se amo akwapa no kwarefo wadi kakra yi ehun no kware. Wadi kakra ehun no kware. Because the kakra sell nsa no. What to me at the SCC schools, e-blocks, what to me the SCC hospitals, and what to me EDB aye ye roads. Ghana for may say this is not the time for praise singing. No. I am not a praise singer, and I don't wish to become one. I am here to spit the venom. If the venom touches your eye and it becomes itchy, you have to scratch. If you cannot scratch, you have to sit down and see your eyes destroyed. That's it. And nyafina yeba be defe mo. We are not here to pamper anyone, but we are here to pamper Ghana. Ada Ghana benya ebe di tribude no. That day no na me ne wo. Ye benya asetena pa. Afi no wa brochi na wokotena aye no a ufa usika odi ko Ghana. You have a beautiful economy to invest that money in. Number is 0240258269. From CC I am for few calls. Let's show what I mean. From me, shall I be in CCI? You can take some few calls me. At one and quasi adian yes so. Ye ma okwan ma wonka. Okoka na waba be ni pabonini. Number na daso no 0240258269. Ope so ofre abetimi afre no ache wabi. So obi ani adwenkyere bia nso so a na ye de asi ho ne akopa ba bi ni atena. I think it's a network, and I don't know.